Hello everyone and welcome back to another Canary Central video, and today we're going to be talking about, Norwich City losing 3-2. And I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed, as you would see from the video title. As well, Norwich City were really playing incredibly well, I would say, especially in the first half. 2-1 up at half-time, then it went 2-2, and then it just sort of slipped off towards the end. But we created chances, we had enough firepower, especially in the first 10 minutes with Sargent banging another goal in against Watford. That is, he has literally scored a goal against Watford in every single game he has played. Unbelievable. Now, Philippe Clement's side, disappointingly did lose today, but I think it was a really good performance out there from the lads. And I think the last four games from like Oxford to Watford and all that, we've played really well. Other than that Birmingham City game, which is an absolute outlier, that we have played really, really well. And I think Clement has certainly changed our way where we no longer pass from the back, but we create from the back instead. And as we saw from the lineup today, Tony Springer was in the lineup, and that was somewhat of a an out there pick as well. We have no one at left back, and Callum Fisher didn't really play as well as he did against QPR last Saturday, but he's still putting a good performance in. But back onto Tony Springer, I would say he had a good performance. He hasn't played at all for Norwich City or in football whatsoever for the last 2 years now. And he certainly didn't look up to full potential, but yet he played pretty well for a man who hasn't played football in 2 years. And he did get subbed off in the 60th minute for Jakov Medic, who after Jakov Medic did come on, we did concede those 2 goals after that. But I think that mostly came down to loss of the ball. I think Callum Fisher was the result of the final goal that was conceded, but he did slip up, and obviously in life when you can slip up. But as a result, led to a third goal, and Kovacevic probably should have saved that third one. The second one, that was not Kovacevic's fault whatsoever. Yes, he did parry it back to Luca, and I'm not going to say his last name because it is practically as hard to say as Kavis Gordon when we first found out him coming in. But yeah, so overall it was a brilliant performance from Norwich City. Pele Mats had another incredible performance, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets picked again. Jacob Wright, I think he could have really done a bit better of a performance today. I can see why Clement's now starting to choose Jacob Wright's not as much anymore as Liam Manning probably would have done, but I think there is a lot of potential with Jacob. There really is. I just don't think it was his game today. But Paddy Matson, incredible. Kenny McLean had a good performance. Everyone had an outright good performance. Tony Springer, even though he did get subbed off in the 60th minute and didn't have the craziest game of his life, but it was brilliant for a man who hasn't played in 2 years, as I keep mentioning, because the fans are like, why is he playing? Well, for a start, we haven't got any left backs or right backs really, as Jack Stacey's out for a couple months, and we do hope that he has a speedy recovery. And I think the midfield was really good. The passing play was tremendous. I think there was only a few players who sort of let us down a bit in the passing sector, such as Tony Springer. He can play short passes, but not long balls, as what he did show in the first half especially. But he was able to help create the chance for the second goal especially. But yeah, so I would say man of the match today, probably Callum Fisher. Oscar Schwartau had a good game today, even though it was just 1 goal that he scored, and that's his first goal within a year. The last one was against Millwall on Boxing Day. And so, he's slowly coming to squad, but I don't think he expected to play that many games as he probably would have expected to this season. But obviously, we have about 10 players injured now. So, yeah, we are starting to play a lot more better, especially since that Oxford game. I think we've been really well pressing. I think Philippe Clement's slowly starting to find out who his actual team is. We don't have Harry Darling up against Sheffield United after his yellow card leading to that suspension. But I think we could have gotten at least a point today, and it's just kind of getting a bit annoying now as well. We could have easily won today, and we would be 1 point off getting out of the relegation zone. But other than that, it's a bit disappointing. It really is. It's such a shame that we couldn't get anything out of it, but we played well. And if we could do that against Sheffield United and actually get the 3 points, that should be really, really good. And that would be a good 6-pointer for us. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. That is it for today's video. Thank you very much. On the Ball City. Come on, you boys. Come on, you yellows. Subscribe to the channel. Come on.